What to say when a man pulls away or is distant. I did a previous video titled What to Do When He Loses Interest. This video is different to that other video because that other video talks about what to do when you know he has lost interest. In this video, I'm going to be addressing what to do when you are genuinely unsure. Say you've been dating a guy for a couple of weeks or a couple of months and he has been leading you to believe you're headed towards a relationship. Now all of a sudden he has pulled away and he's acting different. He's acting less interested. In this situation, I recommend you do have a conversation with him. It is necessary to have this conversation. How you approach it, though, makes a huge difference. A lot of times what you'll do is you'll come from a very defensive place, a place of impatience, a place of wanting him to make you feel better. This approach is figure ourselves out first, and then we go to him with a very clear message and with the right intentions. So we're learning how to communicate from our feminine essence and also communicate in a high value way. This is the best approach if you want to magnetize him to you. It will appeal to him and his masculinity when you approach him from your feminine. What I love about this piece of dialogue is that it is full of love, full of appreciation, of openness, and curiosity. All the things that encompass and embody the feminine. It's also very, very respectful. I love that because you're training him right off the bat how to properly communicate with you, and it really shows him your standard as a high value woman. Before you send this text message, we have to do the work with ourselves. Always ask yourself, how do I feel? So what you're going to do is you're going to quiet the chatter in your head. Okay, we're always up in our heads. Quiet that chatter and then bring the focus down to your center, to your core. And sometimes I refer to this as your lower pelvic region. So when you bring the focus here, you tend to feel everything. Okay, so how do you feel? How does your body feel? Are you tense around your shoulders? Is there a sinking feeling in your stomach? Is your chest tight? Like, where is the tension? Where is the discomfort in your body? When you go into those feelings, the next thing is to distill that feeling down to one word, one emotion word. So that could be, I'm feeling insecure, I'm feeling worried, I'm feeling a little scared, whatever the emotion word is. Now this, you'll have to use your own judgment on this of what's the closest English word that would describe your feelings. So just pick the closest word that you feel is right and use that to describe how you feel to the guy. Now remember, we always want to communicate with the right intentions. Your intention is to communicate with love, with openness, with curiosity, with your feminine energy. Okay, don't want to be all anxious and fearful and scared when you communicate with him, or from a place of I just want to feel better. I want him to make me feel better. I want to feel better. Okay, if you're feeling that, I recommend you don't say anything, don't do anything at this point. Do the work on yourself first, get yourself to a point of love and openness, and then shoot that message off. Here's what I recommend you say. I've been really enjoying getting to know you and getting closer to you. You make me happy and I want to continue to see you. Yet lately, I've been feeling insecure and worried. If your feelings have changed, I would be grateful to know it, as I want to make sure we're on the same page moving forward. What do you think? Okay, that's the message. So what I love about this message, this statement, is that it has all the right elements in there. You start off with love, with appreciation, with what you appreciate about him, about your relationship together. Next, you transition to how you feel. This is where, from your internal work, if it's insecure, if it's fearful, worried, whatever it is, you tell him, I feel da 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 da. Very simple, one word or two words. In this example, I use 2 words because sometimes we have 2 emotions going at the same time. But I definitely want you to keep it simple. 1 or 2 emotion words is enough. And then you say, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about what I have just said? Cool little trick is to say why you want to know. In psychology, when you tell people why behind a request, or you wanting them to do something, they're more willing to comply. They're more willing to do it for you when you give a reason. So that's why you want to say, if your feelings have changed, I would feel grateful to know it because, and the reason. That's why I put that in there. And that last simple little question is just to tell him, I have finished my message. My message is done. Now it's his turn to respond. Now, some women will send a message and then they'll send another one, and then they'll send another one, and the guy never knows, like, is she done? When is it my turn to speak? Okay, so you want to make sure your message is succinct and clear and direct. You don't want to keep muddling it up and being ambiguous by adding this, adding that, so be clear what you're saying from the beginning. And this is really just about being confident in what you're saying. And this will make the message very, very clear to him. So that's basically it. If you send this message, it opens that dialogue for him to tell you the truth. And that's what you want. You want to lay that solid foundation of communication with you and your man, so he knows if you're going to communicate in the future about anything serious, this is how you communicate. This is the format you want to use. If this has been helpful and you'd like to learn more about how to connect with men using your feminine energy and in a high value way, I highly recommend you check out my free webinar training in the link on the screen or in the description. This is some of the best training I have ever done on this topic, and I'm sure you're going to love it. So simply go to the link on the screen or in the description to gain access to that training. Okay girls, that's all from me. If you enjoyed this video, please like me, leave some comments and feedback below, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with another amazing video next week. Have a great week everyone, and I'll talk to you soon.